in Iran right now. Yesterday, President Trump met with Bibi Netanyahu. Today is Friday the 13th, by the way, 13th of February, 2026. And yesterday, on Thursday, President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu met for several hours. Apparently, it was supposed to be like a 1 hour meeting. It lasted more than 4 hours. And obviously, they discussed a lot of issues. Obviously, on the table was the issue of what is happening in Iran and what, if any, type of deal might happen between the US and Iran that would prevent any kind of kinetic action to take place, or if that would fail, what, if any, kinetic action might happen. Presumably, we don't know the details of that because, of course, there's not the kind of details that get revealed to the public, right? At least not beforehand. So, right now we're in a situation where people are basically, we're watching this issue. People are sitting on pins and needles, as they have been for the past month and a half now, literally since the last time they met on December 29th, when this all began to kick off, roughly at the same time that they met. And yeah, now it's, more than 6 weeks later, 6.5 weeks later or so, we've seen an exorbitant, ridiculous amount of people be slaughtered in Iran. And they've been promised help from multiple political leaders, including President Trump and Shah Reza Pahlavi. And so far, that help has yet to materialize for them. Meanwhile, many people are dead. And right now, there aren't pretty much any street protests in Iran happening, but there are still people being killed. People, the IRGC is still looking for people to hunt down and punish for participating in the protests. And they're still arresting people, doing horrible things to people, and even killing them. And right now, there's another reason that people aren't protesting, which is that they're mourning their loved ones who are dead. So they're not going out right now to protest because they're quite literally mourning the death of their loved ones, right? They've just interred. It's a tough time to be Iranian, I can tell you. I'm sure it is. Having spoken with a lot of Iranian people and getting flooded with messages for various clips I've been releasing on my Zentap Talks channel, and also here and on Instagram on my Zentap Talks channel there as well. It's very overwhelming. These people are dealing with 47 years of traumatic oppression by this brutal dictatorship, and for many people, that oppression has been very real to them for a long time because they've been targeted by the regime for a long time. Some of the earliest dissidents who left Iran have been dealing with this pretty much since the very first days of this regime. And even some of the people who've only, recently started to have to deal with it because they've only recently come into the focus of the dictatorship. They've only begun to feel the wrath, so to speak, directly. Doesn't matter. They're still feeling it. And they're feeling the brutality of an oppressive Islamic dictatorship that is refusing to let them be free. And that is exactly why I am standing with them, because I want them to be free. I want them to have the freedom of expression, religion, media, free press, and the right to defend themselves against any such dictatorship ever taking up power again in the future. So, as an American and Israeli living in Israel, not even as a French person living in Israel, I stand with the people of Iran. I hope they will be free soon. And that's why I continue to make whatever efforts I can, despite the relatively small size of my audience. You guys are amazing, absolutely amazing. I love each and every one of you for the spreading of the messages that you do, for the letting people know, even in your real life. I get a lot of messages from people saying I don't make videos, I don't make content, but I've told my friends, I've told my coworkers, that kind of thing. I've told my relatives, I've told my family, and that actually helps more than you can know. Because if you even start to call, your politicians or whoever and tell them, hey, it's time to do something about this. The more that happens, the better a chance there is that something will happen for the good. So, with that said,